and academic initiatives, welcome to the 2025 Air Force Junior ROTC National Academic Championship match. My name is Dave Bykowski, and it is my honor to serve as the chief moderator for this championship match between these two excellent teams. They've all competed in 7 rounds of preliminary competition yesterday and 2 rounds of playoff competition as we went from 16 to 8 to 4 to now finally these 2 teams. One of them at the end of this match will be representing the Air Force in the Joint Service Championship scheduled for 5 p.m. Eastern Time later today. I will do team introductions first, starting with the Blue Buzzers from Morrow, Ohio, Little Miami High School. Little Miami comes into this match with a 7-2 record. They entered the playoffs as the number 2 seed. This is their first appearance at JLab and obviously their first appearance in the Air Force Championship Final. Their opponents from Valencia, California, Valencia High School. Valencia also enters with a 7-2 record. They came into the playoffs as the number 4 seed. This is their 5th appearance at JLab, their 2nd appearance in the finals, and they are the defending champions, winning the Air Force Championship last year in 2024. Teams, before we begin, we will do a buzzer and microphone check. So we will start closest to me and working our way across the stage. If you could please buzz in and using your push-to-talk mic, give your name and what year in school that you will be.
I'm Asulu Kalmakova, and I'm going to be a rising sophomore.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bahati Colombo, and I will be a rising junior.
My name is Jenna Pertusit, and I will be a rising sophomore.
My name is Caitlin White, and I will also be a rising sophomore.
Good afternoon, my name is Vadeep Chimangunta, and I will be a rising senior.
Hello, I'm Samit Gaikwad. I will be a rising senior.
My name is Brian Fang, and I'm a rising senior.
My name is Rashid Asadi, and I'm also a rising senior.
Again, congratulations to both of these teams. Cadets, do you have any questions for me before we begin? Very well, seeing none, we begin, as always, with the first quarter. The first quarter consists of 8 toss-up questions worth 10 points each. Teams, hands on your buzzers. Good luck. Here is toss-up number 1. The second most populous of this country's cities is Portmore, which is in its central county of Middlesex. This country's main resort city is Montego Bay. Little Miami.
Jamaica.
Correct, 10 points. Number 2. In the Iliad, one of these animals named Xanthus warns Achilles of his inevitable death. Heracles stole some of these animals from Diomedes of Thrace and cleared the manure of others from Valencia.
Cattle.
That is incorrect. I'll continue. From the Augean stables. For 10 points, what animal's lower bodies join human torsos in the bodies of centaurs? Little Miami.
Horse.
Correct, 10 points. Number 3. The pororoca is an example of this phenomenon's namesake bores, which travel opposite normal flow. When the causative gravitational forces are opposed, this phenomenon occurs in its weakened neap form. The poles of the sun and moon drive, for 10 points, what regular rise and... Little Miami.
The tides.
Yes, 10 more points. Number 4. Tadeusz Kosciuszko oversaw this site's construction to guard a great chain that crossed the Hudson River. John Andre was hanged for leading a plot in which this site would have been betrayed to the British by Benedict Valencia.
West Point.
There you go, 10 points, and that gets both teams on the board. Number 5. This work's protagonist uses a steam whistle to scare away archers who attack his vessel amid the fog. A man journeys to Central Station while working for an ivory company in this note. Valencia
Heart of Darkness.
is right for 10 points. Number 6. In 2006, Shinya Yamanaka collaborated on creating an induced form of these cells that arise from the conversion of somatic cells. The pluripotent type of these cells, Little Miami.
Stem cells.
Right, 10 points. Number 7. This country's oil industry is centered in Port Harcourt. Its major ethnic groups include the Igbo and Yoruba people. This country's most populous city is home to the Nollywood film industry. Abuja, Valencia,
Nigeria.
is right for 10 points. Number 8, final toss-up of the first quarter. In this novel, the harsh magistrate Mr. Fang offends Mr. Brownlow. Edward Leaford conspires against the protagonist of this novel, who is also menaced by the housebreaker Bill Sykes. The Artful Dodger is a pickpocket in, for 10 points, what Charles Dickens novel named for a young workhorse? Valencia. Answer, please.
The Pickwick Papers.
That is incorrect. I'll continue. Young workhouse orphan. Buzz in if you want it. Yes, Little Miami.
David Copperfield.
Also incorrect. Oliver Twist, the answer on that one. And that is the end of the first quarter, teams. There are 4 toss-ups in this quarter. The correct answer to a toss-up gives a team 10 points, and the first opportunity at a 3-part bonus totaling 30 points. Missed bonus parts bounce back to the other team, who then has an opportunity to steal those points with a correct answer to that part. Teams, hands on your buzzers for the first toss-up of the second quarter. This element provides the name of a breed of tetra that is the most popular tropical fish in home aquariums. 2 shells are completely filled by this element's 10 electrons. The second lightest noble gas is Valencia.
Neon.
Yes, that's good for 10 points, and a bonus coming your way. Angry Papuans. We'll just keep the light on here during the bonus. No need to ring it on the parts. No worries. Angry Papuans are unable to enter this vessel's open hatches, which are protected by an electrified cable. For 10 points each, first, Ned Land throws a harpoon at what literary vessel, which attacks the U.S. frigate Abraham Lincoln?
The Nautilus.
That's correct. Part 2. The Nautilus is commanded by what man who promises to show marvels to natural history professor Pierre Aronnax? Captain, your answer, please. Time.
Ahab.
I'll go to Little Miami. Chance to
Captain Nemo.
is correct for 10 points on that steal. We go back over to Valencia for part 3. Captain Nemo takes the submarine Nautilus on the title journey in what 1870 novel by Jules Verne?
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Correct. 20 points earned by Valencia, 10 points stolen by Little Miami on that bonus. Toss-up question number 2, pencil and paper ready. Fabian needs to know the largest value of x that satisfies the inequality 5x plus 4 is greater than or equal to 7x Valencia? Your answer, please.
7.
That is incorrect. I'll continue. 7x plus 18. By using algebra and remembering to reverse the inequality sign when dividing by a negative number, he finds, for 10 points, what largest value of x? Little Miami. Your answer, please.
-7.
Is correct for 10 points. Bonus coming your way. This broad type of energy may arise due to an object's position. For 10 points each. First, name this type of energy symbolized U. Kinetic energy can be converted into this type.
Potential energy.
Is correct. Number 2. In simple cases, the elastic potential energy equals half of this constant times extension squared. This constant that appears in Hooke's law has units of newtons per meter.
Pressure.
Incorrect. Chance to steal, Valencia. You can just use the mic. Yeah.
Spring constant.
Is right. And back over to Little Miami for part 3. Kinetic energy is periodically converted into elastic potential energy in some examples of these oscillators, in which displacement changes sinusoidally. They include the mass on a spring. Answer, please.
Coils.
Incorrect. Chance to steal, Valencia.
Pendulum.
Also incorrect. Harmonic is the word we're going for. Simple harmonic oscillators or simple harmonic motion. But harmonic was all we needed there. 10 points for each team on that bonus. Here comes toss-up number 3. In a book by this author, Brother Juniper investigates 5 people who died when a Peruvian bridge collapsed in 1714. Simon Stimson is a choir director in a play by this author set in Grover's Corners. That is Little Miami.
Wilder.
Correct, 10 points. Author of Bridge of San Luis Rey and Our Town. Your bonus. For 10 points each, answer these questions about pre-computerized nautical navigation. First, a ship's heading or bearing is easily determined using what tool whose needle points to magnetic north?
Compass.
Yep, that's pretty easy. Number 2, what instrument, which mounts a small telescope and mirrors on a curved frame, measures angles between celestial objects and geographic features?
Astrolabe.
Incorrect. Chance to steal, Valencia.
Sextant.
Is right. Back over to Little Miami for part 3. What asterism appears on the flag of Australia to honor its importance to navigation in the southern hemisphere? Answer, please.
A star.
That's incorrect. Chance to steal by Valencia.
The North Star.
Also incorrect. The Southern Cross is what we're going for. It's a constellation. So, 10 points for each team on the bonus. We go to the final toss-up of the second quarter. A 2025 mission named for this adjective was conducted by Firefly Aerospace and was the first commercial moon landing. This adjective partly names a spaceflight company founded by Jeff Bezos. Little Miami.
Blue.
Is right, yes. Blue Ghost Mission 1, Blue Origin Enterprises, good for 10 points, and a bonus for you. For 10 points each, answer these questions about the phrase fourscore. Fourscore is equivalent of what 2-digit number? Answer, please.
40.
Incorrect. Chance to steal, Valencia.
80.
Is correct. Back over to Little Miami. The words fourscore open what speech that was given on November 19th, 1863?
Gettysburg Address.
Is correct. And finally, what title character of a Shakespeare play uses the phrase fourscore and upward when lamenting his age during a conversation with his daughter Cordelia?
King Lear.
You got it. Got the last two for 20 earned, 10 stolen by Valencia on the bonus, and we are at the halfway point of the match. No surprise that we have a very close game. Little Miami 120, Valencia 90. We'll give the buzzer system a break here in the third quarter, which is our category round. The team trailing at this point in the match chooses one of the three categories available in this game for themselves. Each category contains 10 questions for that team and that team alone. After the first one, then we'll go to the other team who makes the selection from the remaining two categories. So one category will not be used. Valencia, since you trail, you get the first selection here from one of these three categories. M in biology, with M in quotation marks. Battles. Africa. I'll read them again for everybody one more time. M in biology, with M in quotation marks, as you've seen throughout the weekend. Battles and Africa.
We'd like battles, please.
Battles is your selection. Okay. For 10 points each, name the war in which each of these battles occurred. Ready? Here we go. Number 1, the Battle of Antietam.
Civil War,
Right. The Battle of Iwo Jima.
World War II,
Correct. Battle of Incheon.
Korean War,
Uh-huh. The Battle of the Somme.
World War I.
Is right. Battle of Agincourt. Your answer, please.
30 Years' War.
The 100 Years' War there. Number 6, the Battle of Balaclava, where the charge of the Light Brigade occurred.
War of the Austrian Succession.
The Crimean War. Battle of Guilford Courthouse. Answer, please.
The Revolutionary War.
Yes, I can take that. Or American Revolution. Number 8, Battle of Sedan.
Franco-Prussian War,
Is right. Battle of Bladensburg. Your answer, please.
the War of the Spanish Succession,
The War of 1812. And finally, the Battle of Breitenfeld. Your answer, please.
English Civil War.
No, now is the time for the 30 Years' War. Still, a good run on that category. I believe that is 6 correct for 60 points, taking you up to 150. Little Miami, we come to you now. 2 categories remain. M in biology, with M in quotation marks, and Africa. Which would you like?
We'll take M in biology.
M in biology. Here we go. For 10 points each, give these biology terms that each start with the letter M. Ready? Here we go. Body system responsible for movement.
Musculoskeletal.
Yes, or muscular. Either one's acceptable. There you go. Organelle known as the cell's powerhouse.
Mitochondria.
Right. Formal name for either of the jawbones.
Mandible.
Yes, or maxilla. Either acceptable. Clade of organisms that carry their young in pouches.
Marsupials.
Right. Behavior in which organisms try to resemble other organisms.
Mimicry.
Right. Number 6. Form of RNA read by ribosomes.
mRNA.
More specific, please.
Messenger RNA.
That's what we needed. Good for 10. Number 7. M in the abbreviation BMR, the rate at which the body uses energy.
Metabolism.
I can take that or metabolic, either acceptable. Next one. Form of symbiosis in which both organisms benefit.
Mutualism.
Right. In the five kingdom system, the kingdom that contains bacteria. Answer, please. Time, Monera, the answer there. And finally, amino acid with the one-letter abbreviation M. Answer, please.
Macromine.
Methionine is the answer there. That one's especially tough, but you did very well on the category. 8 correct for 80 points, taking you up to 200 at the end of the third quarter. Again, the score as shown is correct. Little Miami 200, Valencia 150. The fourth quarter consists of 8 toss-up questions worth 20 points each. Obviously, this is anybody's game. The only thing we know for certain is it isn't going to end in a tie. Teams, hands on your buzzers. Here we go with the first toss-up. A member of this tribe, Stand Watie, was the last Confederate general to surrender. Members of this tribe killed leaders who signed the Treaty of New Echota. Little Miami.
Cherokee.
Yes, that's correct for 20 points. Next one. Numbers must be represented in this way to use Booth's multiplication algorithm. Hexadecimal is 4 times as concise as representing numbers this way. In this type of representation, each digit is called a bit. For 20 points, name this way of representing numbers using only ones. Little Miami.
Binary.
And zeros. Good, yes, good for 20. Next toss-up. 2 concrete eagles were placed on this building by the Shreve, Lamb, and Harmon firm. This Art Deco building succeeded the Chrysler building. Little Miami.
Empire State Building.
You got it, another 20. Number 4. These people's subgroups, known as hosts, included the Zaporozhians. Leaders within this ethnic group who used the title Hetman included the namesake of Pugachev's rebellion. Tsarist Pop. Little Miami.
The Cossacks.
Right, 20 points. Number 5. These cells can be characterized by the presence of CD8 or CD4 surface proteins. These cells have a cytotoxic type and a helper type whose counts, Little Miami.
T cells.
Is correct, 20 points. Number 6. The winning candidate in this country's June 2025 presidential election was accused of disguising himself as Tadeusz Batyr to promote his own book on TV. The Law and Justice Party, led by Andrzej Duda, holds the presidency of, for 20 points, what NATO country that borders the Baltic and Russia? Valencia.
Turkey.
That's incorrect. 5 seconds to ring in, Little Miami. Little Miami.
Poland.
Is right, 20 points. Number 7. About 200 of these people were killed in the September massacres. These people lost several privileges in a 1790 civil constitution named for them. In the Ancien Regime, these people comprised the First Estate. The Little Miami. Answer, please.
Nobles.
Incorrect, I'll continue. The Abbe Sieyès originally had, for 20 points, what job in the Catholic Church? Valencia.
The clergy.
Yes, or priests, either acceptable for 20 points. Teams, this is the final toss-up of the match. Groups of these features are counted in the Wolf number. There was an unusually low number of these features for about 70 years during the Maunder Minimum, which may have contributed to the Little Ice Age. For 20 points, name these relatively cool, dark regions on the surface of the Little Miami.
Sunspots.
is right for a final 20 points and the end of the game.